money, don't be Chris Number one stunner, still more for life. Say, oh, Mr. Johnny shot my mom.
All right, so what do you guys think about the timing of this coming up soon? And are you excited? Do you feel like you're going to see a different side of Birdman that you haven't?
Just even watching this trailer, it feels very bittersweet. And you see the little montages of all the artists that's contributed to Cash Money. And you see the big, it's kind of like the McDonald's like little slogan, like a billion customers served or whatever. This is a billion records sold. And you know, so many artists has came through the Cash Money machine, contributed to that. And pretty much most of them have the same story saying, we ain't really reap the benefits from that. Birdman got it. So, I mean, that's a little sad just even watching the preview. However, speaking of people who were involved in, like, making this, they say we will see a different side of Birdman. And they say a lot of misconceptions that publicly where people are blaming Birdman for not paying people or Birdman didn't pay Wayne or whatever. They feel like the truth will be put out there to show that Birdman isn't that evil, maniacal guy who just tries to rip off artists. And actually sometimes because he's a face and he's a name that we could easily blame, he gets the blame as opposed to, say, Universal, right? Or these other companies, which they're all doing business together, right? So
the timing of this is not just to tell the story of the rise of Cash Money, but to address all of those things, because he has been taking a lot of criticism.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I heard that you'll hear or see that he's just misunderstood. So this is kind of like a clearing up type of stuff. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people, like, it was heavily reported that, Universal just gave him the money. So if Wayne didn't get the money, he got it. Some people say, no, that's not the case. The money is an escrow account. And, yeah, that's where the money is. But it's Universal who put it there. They didn't directly give it. So, I mean, hopefully it will give us a new perspective of Birdman every time offensive, which makes him seem more guilty. He doesn't speak much. And when his artists are complaining, we're seeing lawsuits fly, it's easily just to say, this guy's fucking up and he's doing something wrong. Also, we see some of his peers going in on him. We see Rick Ross, who's another executive, saying, I'll never do my artists like how you did your guys. Right. And even Wayne has spoken up. So I'll definitely check it out.
I can appreciate Birdman trying to take control of his narrative and his business dealings over the years. He's done some incredible things by way of, not just helping people eat, but by also setting some landmark business moves. I hope that he gives Wendy Day her proper light from the is it the Rap Coalition? I forget, Wendy, pardon me. But you have to take control. You have to show certain things about what it took to get from point A to point B. There's a stigma with regards to men of color, not being smart enough in the music industry, just getting lucky, but not necessarily making the right decisions. He's a smart guy. You don't last the test of time by just being lucky and just falling into shit. Yes, there's a lot of disgruntled people by way of, the Cash Money YMCMB movement. But at the same time, it's the whole game itself is you have to learn as you go. It's not, nothing's guaranteed. It's a cutthroat, backstabbing industry. I applaud it.
All right. Coming soon. We'll see. Where do you guys, how in-depth would you want him to go? I think a lot of times if you have high expectations for it and you feel like they gloss over some of the issues or some of the questions you have as fans, people will be disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get super in-depth into that. I think it's really going to be an overall about his life, but also kind of just how he does business, which might give us a different perspective, right? It's really a story documented. I think he's narrating his own story.
Yes.
It's narrating his whole come up, his rise to fame, his rise as a CEO and an executive in the music business. So I don't think he's going to say, oh, I know the thing y'all want to know is why Wayne didn't get paid his $51 million. Let me break down the contracts and let me tell you that I gave him like 4 Bugattis and I subtracted. No, he's not going to do all that. I think he's just going to give his perspective. And it might even be vague because when he speaks, it's usually vague. right? Like, he's been saying for the longest, Lil Wayne could drop Carter probably wants to drop it. And then Wayne is like Superman on stage saying, fuck him.
Maybe Carter 5 comes right after the doc. Part of the rollout plan.
I don't know about that.
I hear Lil Wayne back on good terms. I can't follow that. Sometimes it goes left and it goes right.
Yeah.
You know.
I hear they have a weird relationship where you might see Wayne say something publicly, and then apparently they are around each other. They record in studios that's like adjacent to the other studios. So
Is YMCMB still under Cash Money or
yeah, still. I mean, they're filing, but this is the most confusing thing of it all. Like, they've been filing like motions and lawsuits,
injunctions.
They've been doing that for years, and I feel like I don't know what type of lawyers Birdman got, but nothing happens. Like, so you even see Wayne had filed like an emergency petition to the court to say, hey, listen, suspend this contract that until we figure this out, I could be a free agent, possibly sign a Rock Nation, or somewhere else release music, and we hear nothing.
I don't want to just deem him to be the bad guy. Juvenile came on my show years ago, and Juvenile, he was looking to just fight Birdman, and that's how he wanted to work shit out. But he did win a lawsuit against
But then they also
Birdman.
made up and he went back to Cash Money.
Well, he won the lawsuit. I think it was like close to $6 million. So after you win the money, yeah, let's be friends again. You know, you're gonna fucking pay me. So yeah, let's be cool now.
Well, I mean, think about Turk. Turk sued him, and reportedly they came to a settlement, and then he signed back, which that confused me. Again, I understand like that's like home base. It kind of raised you in the music game, but if you felt you got jerked and you had to take the person to court to get the money you got jerked, why would you then get back in business with that person right after? Again, clearly they know something that we don't, or clearly they don't give a fuck about what we think is important to give a fuck about.
I also think that there's a lot of misunderstandings. Again, if you're not college educated in terms of business and you just come off the streets into the music industry, there's a lot of things that you have to learn as you go, and there's deals that you're going to sign that you don't fully comprehend. You're going to run into people who say, talk to my lawyer, right, as you just did, and it's going to become kind of sticky at times. And then you have people who will settle lawsuits, not because they're wrong, but just because, you know what, here, you're fucking stressing me too much. It's not worth it. We were both wrong. Here's X amount of dollars. Let's move the fuck on.
Hey, just on a wild theory type of shit, this is how I always thought the Birdman and Wayne thing probably didn't play out. The Cash Money lifestyle is real over the top. All that family shit and, yo, here's a Bugatti, here's 10 cars, and here's this. I think that Birdman was expensing all that shit through these niggas' record deals. Like, so all that money you think you're grossing? Yeah, well, the Bugatti coming off. Remember, you flew 29 niggas out to Miami. Yeah, we're minusing that. So you're thinking you probably had like an independent auditor look at the shit, right, without seeing even expenses. Say, oh, you should have got 51 million. Birdman looking at his books like 51 million. The Bugatti costs $4 million. So I think that's what it is. Again, I could be completely wrong. But I've always looked at their lifestyle and said, who the fuck is paying for that? Then you realize that's how record labels work.
I think you're on the right track. I think you're on the right track. And, you know, again, it's not that, you know, robbing people or taking advantage of people who are not necessarily business-minded. Not that that's a good thing. But you have to, if you're trying to get into the business, try and get an understanding that everybody from the fucking Beatles to the Jackson 5 to Elvis Presley, everybody got jerked at some point. You got to bring some ass to get some ass.
I'm not sure if you saw the Bad Boy doc, the Apple one,
yes.
but it was interesting to see people in that camp who fallen out over the years. There were some reunions and some, you know, emotional conversations. Curious if that would happen in
One
this.
of the locks was like, man, I'll throw a refrigerator off this fucking joint if I don't get it. Well, you can understand, and then we pass that down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, at one point, epic moment, I can hear it in Jada's voice.
After you run through the money, and the tax man is saying, we need that guy Kim Spiller, sometimes you will then go back to the label and say, hey, you know, never mind all that sucker shit I say. Let's see if we can work shit out. Go back on tour so I can pay off this fucking mortgage. I can put my kids through college, and we can just get past the dumb
Life
shit.
comes at you fast. All right, we got one more. So yesterday, BET rolled out the nominees for their social awards, random categories, including Best Tea, Social Hustle, and Clapback of the Year. Snoop Dogg felt like he should have gotten at least one of these, and he didn't. So here's what he had to say.
How the fuck y'all gonna have a BET Social Awards, nigga, and I'm not invited and not in no categories? What the fuck is going on, nigga? I'm the king of social media, nigga. When it comes to this Instagram shit, everybody love my page. I keep you laughing, keep you thinking, keep good music. Why the fuck I ain't
Come
on
on,
BET
Mark.
Social Awards? What's that? I need to turn into that nigga again. Go Kanye on y'all. Snatch me an award from my motherfucker. BET, get it together. I ain't tripping.
Snoop look crazy as shit. That free rag on his head.
Hey, even though Snoop said, like in the beginning where we talked about it, he said suck your dick or die. I don't know, maybe Snoop right. Snoop right. Listen, I got nominated for the BET Social Awards. I do the fucking fixers, and that shit ring, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Come on, Poppy Collar. I seen when I looked through everybody who got
Good shit.
nominated and they had like rounds or whatever. Like everybody worked for Viacom that made the fucking finale list, and I said, man, if this ain't like a roundabout way of patting yourself on
Good
the
shit.
back, like come on, man. Again, it's an award show, and of course I do like the concept of the award show, acknowledging social media because it's important in everything, TV, film, music. So I do think the concept of the awards is good, but you gotta realize it's politics with everything. Right. They're not thinking about Snoop like that. They're just trying to get the new kids who be on Instagram like super popular. These fly fat boy.
He's hosted though, at least the hip hop awards.
Exactly.
He's affiliated.
Exactly.
So maybe that's another reason why he's getting away about it.
And also, they're probably
Good
looking at
shit.
like, damn, nigga, how many lanes do you
Good
want
way
to
to
motherfucking
fuck.
have? Nigga, like,
That nigga was
you
out.
got this lane, you got that lane. Like, leave it. The fat boy SSE get a goddamn award. You feel me?
I can be objective, even though, he gets at me and I get at him, and rightfully so. He does a lot. He's got about 8 or 9 fucking
Okay, Julio.
He's got
Good shit.
Lions, D-O-double-G. He's got Todd, a whole bunch of other bozo shit.
GDN shit is popular.
Yeah. He's absolutely right. He should get some type of fucking award. In fact, they should probably even name the award after him. I'm being real. He does a lot
Good
of
shit.
fucking Instagram. I think that he has paved the way for a lot of things that BET is now, biting off of. And as you said, he hosts award shows for them. He gets up there, he hoops and hollers for BET. In fact, he brought a lot of battle rappers to BET. He brought the whole battle rap,
Good shit.
genre through BET. And what's the other stuff he did? I forget it. He did something else. He's done a lot for BET. How they've overlooked him or snubbed him, I don't know.
Yeah, well, just looking at most of the nominees, like it felt like they were just trying to look at digital creators who started digitally and their whole career is just on those platforms, whether it be Instagram or Twitter. Snoop is such a big brand. Anything he does is going to be super wild. Of course, he's very influential, but I think they were trying to stop short of let's not throw in the rappers or the moguls, right? Who also do that because we're just rewarding the same people for just doing different things.
Correct me if I'm wrong, there's 2 lanes. You have content creators and social engineers. Just because you create a lot of content doesn't mean that you necessarily influence people. He's influential. He can steer the course of a narrative by saying something to the point where it affects people. He was taking a shit on McGregor with regards to fighting Floyd Mayweather. Now you got some guy from the MMA, I forget his name, talking like he wants to punch Snoop, or he might punch Snoop in the face when he sees him. So yeah, BET's wrong. I think that they should have been in the category.
And again, even though I said shit, I do think next year it will be better. I mean, they only had a handful of categories. Again, think about what you just said in terms of social engineering, being able to steer the narrative in everyone's team. That's a category right there. And they only had a handful this time around. As they grow, I would imagine they would expand those so that everyone could get their proper nominations or awards.
All right, I still say fuck you, Snoop, and come on the show if you find the time.
All right, fair enough. And maybe Atkins' nomination, you end Snoop next year. So will be.
That thing's done. Well, no, without the touchdown, it's not 88 now for game. We've still got a good game going ahead of us. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Only a couple there. It's going to be brought down about the 28. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far.
What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to Everyday Struggle. I'm the Desker here with DJ Academic Star and our special guest, Tyga. First time up here. Welcome to the show.
Big fan of the show. Listen, I was very surprised at Tyga. He barely talks. And I was like, this is a very critical show.
I'm real choosy, like, when I I gotta, like, be a fan of it's real, it's reputable names, you guys know what you're talking about.
We do want to talk about your new project, Kyoto, coming up soon, February 16th, right?
Yeah.
3 days away. But first, would you be down to go through some topics with us? All right, cool. So we are going to start with Coolio, who did a recent panel at Polestar Live. And so he was speaking with other musicians and people in the game about the digital era and how music is changing. And at some point, he went off on a little rant, basically saying he's unhappy with the current state of rap. Maybe the younger generation, people call them mumble rappers. He says, I'm upset at a lot of hip-hop artists for what they did to my culture because hip-hop saved my life. I took it personally, people being so bad. He also said he's tired of seeing bad hip-hop shows, but he did say that if we want music to be good, we have to teach these young cats how to do it. I don't think this is the first time we're hearing a statement like this. Do you understand where he's coming from?
Yes. I think if anybody's got the right to say what he said, we actually hung out years ago. So, WC,
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit.
Do you feel like he's really in touch, that he's paying attention to a lot of the music, or is he just generalizing?
That's not a
heard a couple bad
breaker at all.
songs.
I think
That's
that
just trying to establish
you have to
yourself
let
as you move
some of the
forward.
pioneers. He is a pioneer. Like, again, going back to WC, the Madden, those guys were on Crowley Records. There was no radio airplay for NWA. Anybody on Crowley. So they had to hit the road. That's what we did on the road. Retail,
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. We asked the coaches about him, didn't they? They certainly did, and obviously they like his measurables.
Whether he's right or wrong,
to the team, height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness.
yeah, honestly, and of course, he is supporting his opinion for the pioneers, but, I mean, I just
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chain.
When he classifies newer generation of music as hip-hop, clearly he has a definition of what hip-hop should be.
We're going to get a timeout here.
I don't even think
just under
that
50
hip-hop
seconds
is
remaining in half
a
number
thing.
1.
I mean, I think we just have pop music or rap music.
I think that, like you said, the time difference and then, like, what he was inspired with, he made hip-hop rap.
They'll run it now, out of the gun.
I think that's what he's saying. I'm pretty sure he has kids.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. First down now, but that
Just
clock
like
rolling.
a lot of people my age might
We've
not
seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look
If it
like
wasn't
it might be another.
diversity,
Yeah, I think
music,
that any defense
right now,
would say, look, we can't let him get to the
if you didn't have that diversity,
Good shit. I wanted to lob it. Good shit.
now, whatever they review, you're going to create your own wave, your own lane. That's just how it's been from the inception of time, even beyond music. So, the most of music now, nigga, they ain't making it for Coolio to fuck with. You know what I mean?
But I understand what he's saying. Like, I think the music, like earlier was more timeless. That's my, I'm going to agree with that. I don't think some of the music now is time.
Wow.
Do you ever have these conversations behind
Good
the
shit.
scenes? It seems like some artists get it from you. So Erykah Badu, for example, has a son who's a teenager, and she says that because of him, she actually loves all of this music that a lot of people criticize. And she's like, yeah, it's not about the lyrics. What she says, it's about the melodies and the
I mean,
vibrations.
music is supposed to make you feel good, and then after that, it's supposed to make you move. And after that, it's like breaking down the lyrics and the story, does it affect them? Because a lot of the music really don't affect a lot of people in their average life. You know what I'm saying? They listen to it in the club and when they're going out and when they're working out. So, you know, that's what I mean by like time.
I always
This nigga Tiger spent nothing but game at the desk.
But again, someone like him who is a pioneer, who made it possible for not just West Coast, but for those who put in work through the day to be sitting behind YouTube and just popping off without putting in grassroots work, I have to respect what he said. And when you talk about culture, like use the word culture, you can't just always dismiss pioneers like him and say that, oh, he's out of touch, he's trying to stay relevant. Because that's what separates him. I didn't say he's out of touch or trying to stay relevant.
Nah, it's funny because
newer generation, they're not
they act like they ain't sell the room that night we moved out.
But you have to respect what
So I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Even if you don't agree with it. Yeah, respect his opinion. He's paid the
Y'all act like
I respect his opinion, but again,
every room
I think
on the
that's
other
where the
side don't
generation
smell like grass.
debate kind of happens, and that's why you see a lot of new artists. Sometimes they
I thought it was your homeboy talking shit. I didn't know it was Patel.
Older artists because
I thought it was Paramount.
you can't just say y'all
Cause I was ready to go down
trash
there.
hip hop or bad hip hop and expect them to be like, oh yeah, you guys were the best, we're just trash. Again, this is their version
I didn't really feel like
of
moving
what you
around.
guys are doing. Now, however you want to judge quality, you might judge quality as in, well, you know what? I really want bars. There's not much bars now in most of the music that we're hearing. So that's why it's trash. You know what I mean? But if you look at another way, more melodies. You know what I mean? Like, we've never seen people play with melody as much as we see now. So again, it just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
I agree with you saying, you know what I'm saying? You got music that's just here to what becomes timeless in 5 to 10 years. We'll see what artists we still talk about or what music, you know.
And so when we're having this conversation about longevity in this current game, Migos come up a lot, right? We all think, a lot of us think they're going to be around for a very long time. So they were nominated for Grammys, but they didn't take any home. They did an interview with NME where Offset said he felt that they were cheated. Quavo added, there was nothing bigger than the Culture album this whole last year. They're scared to handle the three-headed monster. So Bad and Bougie, mega hit for them, also didn't get a Grammy. So what do you guys think? Will they be back next year? Does it even matter at this point?
They was trolling, but I love it. They trolling us a little pump shit. Like, I know they wasn't supposed to win. Like, but I like it because you kind of have to have that confidence, like, yo, we should have won. We deserve it, right? You can't be on some, I'm just lucky to be here. They're not the guys who are like, we're just lucky to be at the table. They're on some shit like, we them guys. You get me? Like, they compare themselves and put themselves in the same breath with the Beatles and the greats, the legends. I like that about them, but if we're really being serious, should Culture win Best Rap Album? Are you kidding me? You're nominated, at least in my opinion, right? You're competing against Jay-Z, 444. You're also competing with Kendrick Lamar, Damn, Rap Season in the category. I think the nomination was good there. They also was nominated for Best Rap Song with Bad and Bougie. If they won there, I wouldn't be mad because I thought their song, Bodak Yellow, was also a worthy competitor. But if they didn't win, it's fine. But I like how they kind of take it like, no, we got snubbed. It makes their fans feel confident in them because they feel confident in themselves. I feel like some of these new artists, like, they're just happy that people are talking about it. They don't even have that confidence in their craft and the impact they're having. I like the fact that Migos understand how impactful they are.
How much do you care about the Grammys?
I mean, you got what? You got the Grammys, you got the Oscars, and I mean, it's definitely the biggest
night in music. But I mean, there are like the BET Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards for artists.
I liked it this year though, because I feel like it was way more rap.
Woo, good block, good block. Don't let them take it. Good block. Yeah, they usually let niggas take the fuck. Niggas be getting ghost. That's probably the first time I seen a nigga die for it on that, yo. All bullshit aside. Ooh, good fucking spin. Oh, yeah, yo. That shit. Man be so phony.
This can't be what I said. Thank you.
God, I had one like that last night. Thank God Madden gave me the end of it. I was like, thank God I won that game. Yo, we was fumbling like you said every other drive. I thought Julio was ready post up. I seen everybody slowing down. I was like, oh man, Julio already yanked the fuck out of this. You said what now? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I fucked that up. Yeah, that hurt. That hurts. That hurts. Like, nigga, what you do that for?
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mariota going with a screen for Murray. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The offense lining up.
Had to pick it back up. Oh, okay. Good stuff.
Nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down, Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Way to get the first.
Get it up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah. I love Henry only because that nigga bigger than half of the fucking linebackers he be going against.
And they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has hot hands now, doesn't he?
Hell no. DeMarco should be the 3rd down back just like his ass is on this game. Ooh. My fingers didn't even attempt to slide. I've had too many games like that, and them shits really blow. It make you not want to play the game. Like, let's not, right? Come on.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion.
All right.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, Mariota. He hits his man, Matthews. And he will get the first
Zig, if you don't shut the hell up, ain't nobody coming in here and ain't nobody outside. The only nigga I know laid up on the ball, still ball. Nigga comfortably on guard.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He's back to throw.
Y'all niggas keep playing with fire, boy. That's 3 in a row. Straight sticks. God damn.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Walker, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun.
You gotta break that, dog.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 at this point. This is 3rd and 11. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner. Here in the close.
Thank God I threw it behind him because I knew if I threw that bitch in front, it was your game, yo. I'm just glad that nigga stayed with it. Jesus Christ, that was scary. Let's go, dude. 16 seconds, dude.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted.
Good game, G. Good game. Yeah.
Left goes a tight end. On the counter, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back?
My mom said that one of the Taco Bell employees came in there and said that he was having problems getting his W-2s too. I was like, I told you, yo, that's ADP, stupid ass. Then they act like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. She's like, we don't have a big corporate office. Let's see what they look at this. 7-9. Damn, that nigga on a 4-game losing streak. I'm on a 4-game winning. About to walk to the gas station. crazy? The room that's right under his is the room where Shorty grabbed the grass. So I know they actually smoke. And guess who was outside when I was walking? The boy that always followed my ass to the goddamn gas station. I wish he'd just ask me for some damn grass. But he was walking back when I was walking. Like we crossed paths at the grass to get onto the village.
I wish they made big bags of them. They're so good and addicting. I'm glad you found them.
I tried. Yeah. I actually ain't afraid to try. Except if it's baked. It's baked foods. For my chicken and stuff fried. The only thing that was really good was that applesauce and that apple juice.
Damn. They're $4 at Target.
For a big bag. With a little bit.
Big bag.
Or what would it be, like 2 of those?
Well, it's
You said what?
141.7 grams. These are 56.
So 1.1
The 2 bags are bigger than the one big bag.
for $4. $2 little bag. Got more chips. Y'all, you can't sell out the grocery store. Y'all need to sell it out there. And what's funny is, they didn't say nothing about the smoked meat. They said trash, some fries.
What's the funniest?
I was like, yo, I thought this was the cat.
I did earlier too.
It's getting bad.
I know. But what's funniest is the day that I got your white phone from under the bed. They were like, "You're lucky. This room has been rented 3 times since then."
They rented every day. They top 3 rooms. Next to Jeremy. Madden's gonna come through at 5 o'clock. What do you say? Maintenance. February 14th.
Huh?
Today's the 14th, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so today. It's just official.
You were talking about radio spins on the Grammys.
I broke down the Grammys. They teamed up on me. You said exactly what the Grammys.
We're gonna have to fact check that.
System. No, but what he's actually talking about goes against exactly what you were talking about because we said the same thing. No, because albums like Damn and Jay-Z 444, albums that you can see there's levels of depth to it, and also you can see there's a lot of work that was put into it. You don't like an album for whatever reason, so you're not saying the same thing. I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I didn't respect it as a category. I'm trying to change the narrative. Well, suck his shit. Suck his shit. Well, listen, I like how the Migos are carrying it because when they have that belief, their fans are gonna have that belief, and it continues there. I think they're almost they're creating their legend right now, and kind of having that bravado. Is it back? They'll be back next year, like you said. Hey, and by the way, yo, once the BT Hip Hop Awards come around, they don't win for that shit. Like the BT Hip Hop Awards and culture don't win. That shit always like in Atlanta anyway. I mean, if that shit don't win, I mean, we need to boycott. We boycott in March.
Alright. So real quick, we're gonna do a can't unsee it.
Wait, hold on. What award shows do like you get excited for? VMAs, you get excited for BT Awards, BT Hip Hop Awards. VMAs, I like the VMAs. It just depends on who's performing or like, it depends.
What do you guys go for? Do you really go to check out the performances? Because for artists, it's like you're kicking it with all your friends, but I'm sure you get bored, right? So
I was gonna say like, I don't never go unless I'm like nominated.
Okay, so you're not leaving the crib unless.
That's for like, it's pointless. Hey, somebody made a point. Somebody made a point that like award shows back in the day, you used to see everybody there, like all the popular entertainers were there. Now it's like real selective if people show up. Like you only show up if you get nominated and shit. You might get nominated and still not go. Like maybe you could help me understand what is it with now not going to every award show. You don't have to go. You just look on your phone. Exactly. Once you check your home. Back in the day, it's like don't you understand behind that? Had to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be a look. On the red carpet was look, right? It could be people use it for in terms of album promotion, getting out a message. But you got to think people like now. People can go on their phone. They can get a look on your page. They can go get a look on Complex. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't really got to move out the house. And it's too dangerous now. Niggas stay fighting at the award shows. And most people don't. Everybody's like, bro, fuck that shit. Yeah, man, I feel you on that. I just think it's changed so much. It's so political in terms of if people go or not. But
We want to do this can't unsee real quick.
Let's go.
There's just a fan getting thrown off the stage at a Keisha Cole show. Let's take a look.
moment they're trying to troll.
Maybe they're trying to do something. Most of the time, people just be really fanned out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never see you in person, so they just want to get their moment, like to go on stage.
Yeah, that's like a lifetime. It's like a milestone for them.
Gotta be on it though.
Let's go back for a second here. You just said you got too many lawsuits. Right. Yeah. Security was slow as a motherfucker. That guy could have done her dirty, and just like you said, sometimes you can't just react, and I think that security throwing that guy off the stage, that could have been a lawsuit. Suppose that guy fell and broke his arm or some shit like that. You see Keisha Cole in the whole fucking venue.
I see. I mean, if you're thinking on lawsuit type of thing, I
can't really see you get whacked in the head when you're on stage. Somebody just runs up and
That's why you got the homies to the side body slam that nigga. I'll take a lawsuit. Matter of fact, drop him on his back. You gotta make an example out of
The
him.
academics coming on tour soon.
I wish somebody would run up on stage.
Oh, they will.
Okay, good. Good. Somebody get body slammed.
When you do your first show.
Allegedly at SOBs. Is there paperwork? You signed it? Like you're really playing? Can I buy a ticket?
Really talk about
Do I get a free ticket? Should I buy one to support you? Or?
Nobody just come through, yo.
You are my nigga, but I want to see somebody do you like they did Extentacion.
Nah, bro.
That shit right here.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I talk too much shit. I gotta roll with entourage like Morocco. I talk too much shit. You know what I mean? Well, I'll take a lawsuit.
Good to know.
As long as you fuck that person up real good, I'll pay that whatever money that nigga want.
Listen, relax.
Actually, Alexis is the guy that you can't talk about it.
No, I was being funny, but I had a situation like that where somebody sued me. I don't want to say a fan.
Right.
I don't think a fan would sue me knowing that I didn't intentionally try to hurt them. But yeah, somebody sued me in a venue concert I did like 5 years ago. I guess a light fixture fell on somebody's head.
See?
But I had nothing to do with that. Like I didn't.
You pay out?
No, that's a venue.
I didn't even
It should be a venue.
What if
You
it's
pay out?
the venue did?
Like 20,000 with
The venue
on
did.
insurance.
But this is the kind of thing, then we see the TMZ headlines and they make it sound like it's your fault. So who's supposed to resolve that situation and how do you get your name out of it? Or do you not have a choice? That's just how it goes.
As far as what?
Like TMZ reporting. So in this story, I feel like recently they were like, well, he was supposed to come to court and he didn't. But if technically you're not to blame.
So it's like, technically if
My name is gonna make the headline because it's you, but you're not gonna be paying.
Exactly. But there was other people named in the lawsuit. Like you can name everybody in this room in the lawsuit.
Yeah. And the headlines will always be the star.
Oh yeah,
So how many lawsuits?
Yeah.
Can you say how many you got going on right now without pointing to 2, 3? What?
Nah, man, I'm cool, man. Everything that has happened to me, media-wise, a lot of this stuff was old things that, I was younger and I really didn't have the proper team around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that a criminal attorney, a litigation attorney was different than having an entertainment lawyer. I just had one lawyer, so
Pay attention. Your lawsuits are coming. Pay attention.
No, trust me.
So when I was younger, I didn't know a lot of these things, and a lot of the stuff when I did get in lawsuits was like 2011, 2010.
So is most of the stuff we usually see random stuff on like TMZ or whatever? Is most of the stuff true, man?
Nah, I say probably 90% of the stuff is fake.
Really?
Do you feel like they pick on you specifically? It seems like some artists get it worse than others.
I mean, I had a run. I had a big old tiger run. You know what I'm saying? But like,
if Harvey Levin run up on stage, you body slam him yourself.
he a lawyer too, so yeah, you gotta watch what you do with him. But yeah, I think I feel like I don't know. Like I just feel like I was in the light a lot. You know what I'm saying? And people know me. Like I try not to be in the light. Like I really just I'll be in my own lane, mind my own business. You know what I'm saying? But like I'll wake up and then I just see stuff online. I was like, what's this?
There was a run where it felt like every 2 days we got a car repoed, man, or like which is crazy. Was that true?
I never got a car repo ever. I never ever been a victim. Never.
Yeah, or you couldn't pay rent. I mean, those stories used to happen like every day, so none of that's true.
Nah. What people did, people were suing me because I was in the light and I was next to, this famous family. So people were like, just, well, fuck it, let me get out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a proper team at the time, so people were taking advantage. And it's like, well, oh yeah, just sue that nigga. Hey, work it out. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. That's how it is.
Y'all retract everything I said. I'm fucking broke. That's how I get. I filed bankruptcy and just said, fuck you. Oh shit.
Yeah, so
Damn. So
I had a right to.
but do you think that kind of changed the image? Because that's how a lot of
retract my statement. I'm broke as fuck.
Like, you don't think about that? Like, you seem
Go
kind of
sue
chill
me
about it.
because you ain't getting shit.
I mean, at the end of the day, they viewing me, so, you know, as long as I'm alive, I got the time to do right, you know what I'm saying? And, like, and make people believe otherwise. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, I can't go against, like, these media outlets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waste my time.
Unlike detergent alone, Downy conditions to smooth and strengthen fibers. So next time, don't half wash it.
It was too much, man. I seen a story that said you got a hairline transplant, bro. I'm dead, though. My shit look good. My shit look good. You gotta say it. No. You know what I mean? What did you do it?
Top hair in the game right now.
Alright, so when you got to defend yourself against hairline transplant stories, did you ever imagine the turn that your life would take when you got closer to that family? All the scrutiny you would have to face and these headlines, and now that you're away from that, how have things changed?
Hairline got given. Go ahead.
Can we see your hairline?
Bro, that's why I need a plug. Tiger sent me. Can I get it? Just go ahead. I'm sorry, Nadeska.
Don't even worry about it.
On the internet too much, man.
That's always like the top comment.
King of the trolls right there.
Academics. Yeah, so how have things been different now that you're away from that? You have a better team. You're back focusing on music. How's your life changed?
This is the thing, like, my life's always been the same, but, like, I'm just not in the media as much negative anymore.
That's literally the only thing? That's crazy.
That might be true, yo, because I found myself, like,
I'm not a target as much.
Once you were away from that situation, the stories kind of died down. Finally, when I did hear about you, I heard about you for music, which previously I felt like I never heard about you for. And then I found myself like
but the thing is, I was still putting out music.
I know, but other stuff was overshadowing.
Like overshadowed by
And then before that, like, I had a bunch of successful music, and I was doing a lot of things before that. So I just think the time, like, the new people that did discover me in the last 3 years, this is all they know me for. And the people that discovered me 6 years ago or 7 years ago know me for something different.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was super critical of you because I felt like you fucked up your weight, man. I felt like you were the nigga making them strip club anthems.
But I wasn't gonna make those type of records forever, you know what I'm saying?
But they were
like,
very successful.
That's what he wants.
Yeah. No, they were very successful. Like, I felt like that was like a lane you had, and I felt like you fell back from it, and then all this media shit kind of overshadowed the music. And of course, you could choose different routes, but we weren't focused on the music no more. It was like, I told you, like, at some point, I felt like...
my life, I feel like your life is a reflection of music, you know what I'm saying? So, like, at the time when I was making those type of records, that's the life, that's what I was on, you know what I'm saying? Then when I had a son, like, kind of my mentality changed a little bit, you know, and then after that, like, this new album, you know, unlike any other music that I've ever made. But I feel like that's the part of being an artist. Like, you gotta create, you know what I'm saying? Some things people gonna love, some things people won't. But, you know what I'm saying? The more strikeouts, the more home runs. You know what I'm saying?
We discussed the album cover.
The more strikeouts, the more. Wait.
I assumed it was a conceptual project, different from what you've done in the past.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm big into art, you know what I'm saying? The Kyoto name, a lot of people don't know what the meaning is behind it. It's a city, 2 hours
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tokyo, and I spent a lot of time in Japan this last summer. I went out there.
It's like Okinawa?
Yeah, it's a very traditional city, like, you know, very just...
It's popular in Tokyo.
So you out there, you gotta go out there. I can't tell you.
He doesn't travel, yo.
How the hoes out there? Nice.
Come on.
Hoes are nice.
I got a word. I ain't got one out there.
So you're singing on this, Kyoto? More so than before?
Wait, what you about to show us?
Nah, I mean, it's
You like, I got like 10 hoes right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different, man. It's just like, I wouldn't say singing. I wouldn't, you know, it's melody. It's just...
You're crooning out.
But how deep were you going? So you said that you wanted to make this album for a long time, but you didn't necessarily have the confidence to express all of the right emotions. So, like, what...
Yeah, because, like, you know, there were certain melodies that I didn't like how it sounded. And, you know, like, you gotta find your pocket. You gotta know what you can sound good on. You just gotta know where you're comfortable at. And I wasn't comfortable making this type of records like I do.
And what changed in that year?
Definitely wasn't comfortable when you made that one-on-one. record, man.
That was the first record that I did. That was like I wanted to try something.
So Drake probably control it.
I think, but you gotta think like I've always been a fan of like Vybz Kartel. Like a lot of people don't know, like I'm half Jamaican and Vietnamese, so like Jamaican is in my blood. You feel me? So like the rhythms and stuff, like all.
I'm gonna keep giving you that.
Yeah. So so I'm half Jamaican, half Vietnamese. So that Jamaican has always been in my blood. You know what I'm saying? But I think the right time, and like you said, Drake was doing it at the right time. And I always, I spent a lot of time in London too, and that's like,
oh my God!
Like waves out there, and I travel a lot internationally, so like that's what people are listening to, like worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga ran back. Good shit. I should have locked that motherfucker. Oh, sir, Micah. Yes, sir, Micah. Good shit.
When I'm performing like internationally, like it's probably like the biggest.
Wait, you said no push. We know you've been off the Bachelor for a while.
Yeah.
What is
Good
the
shit.
situation now? We saw some stuff with
Non-independent, yeah.
So what happened with Pusha saying, or Kanye saying that you were signed, or was that just an affiliation?
It was a management. It was a management.
But is it still in place now or not?
No.
Okay.
Did it either get inked or you guys were talking about it? This announcement.
I mean, it was, we was talking about, we was working, because me and Ye, we was working for like a year before that, like on his album, for some of my projects, you know what I'm saying? So it was something that was just growing, and then it got to the point where like, nah, it was actually before that. Nah, because it really wasn't that. Like, Ye is he's an artist. So like, I was already signed to another artist, Wayne, for so long. So I know how artists move. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their own priorities. They got their own stuff going on. And me, I'm always a person that like I like to do my own thing anyway. I don't like to sit up under nobody. Like wait. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just made sense to not like sign nothing and eat nothing and like waste time.
You didn't think about like sign to anyone? When you drop the gold album, were you signed?
Okay. But you know what? I was still signed to Cash Money,
But they were pushing.
No, they would. It was. But I was trying to get out. So I was, and I had another project that I wanted to work on. And the Go album was already done for like a year.
Stop
I was like,
it.
I'm just gonna put it out, put it on Spotify, just whatever. I was impatient at that time, so I was like, I just want to get the music out so I can.
Stop it.
You ever think about hitting Wayne and tell him what you thought how to get out of
Good shit,
Switch to
bro.
Birdman? Because you obviously got out. I mean, I know it was a couple of years when you were trying to get out, but you also told him he was your boss. You ever hit him like, yo, but I'm supporting you, blah, blah, or at least fight?
I mean, they know I support him. I've been doing it.
They thought some Birdman losing the match. Huh? They thought some Birdman losing the match. This on some stuff. Are y'all cool still?
At the end of the day, like,
did you ever get your money? Because I think you said notoriously you never seen a check from YMCMB. Did you ever see it, or you still waiting?
No comment right now.
On God's hand. No, you about to sue. You about to sue. Lawsuit coming, my nigga. Okay. You gonna be like 2,000 in line. There's a lot. All right. So, are you gonna just stay independent, or are you planning to sign to another major?
I don't know right now. I mean, I like the independent route right now. I like what Empire is doing.
From your experience, is there any benefit to being signed to an artist? Because we've spoken about, I believe it's Lil Pump and people like Gucci or Khaled are interested, but like you say, they also have careers of their own. Are there any benefits, or is it just too much of a conflict being an artist signed?
Definitely a benefit. You gotta look at what Wayne did for me, Nicki, Drake, everybody that was young. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when he was hot, like, it's a big benefit because people want to, you know what I'm saying?
These niggas can break on the fucking ball, dog.
But it just depends on the circumstances being right in individual situations, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you leaving Cash Money and stuff like that. Okay.
Are you so cool with like well, you said you're cool with Wayne. What about Nicki and Drake?
Yeah, man, I'm cool with everybody. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't got no beef with nobody.
Well, maybe now. But at one point, you know what I mean?
That wasn't hate. That was never hate. That was frustration.
Okay, that was frustration. But it was but you guys since talking, y'all cool now, right? Right, okay, all right, that's what's up. Do you think that the reason why you're probably independent and you're probably not thinking about getting on a major is that when you were on YMCMB, you felt like everything that you accomplished, you kind of almost did for yourself. Like, you had to move by yourself, right? So now you're probably thinking, well, if I'm going to move like that and I'm on a major, why not just be on Empire and just do it myself? Like, right? So if it was another situation, right, that wasn't like that, would you ever consider getting on a major?
I mean, yeah, I just had to. I mean, if it was right, if I feel like the people really believed in it and they was really gonna do what they promised. But other than that, like, it just has to be right. Because at the end of the day, like, I can do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Or like with the team that I have now. So.
Yeah, how'd you feel? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was definitely having a blast when this happened. I gotta
say you were what?
Here we go.
When you dropped the gold album, I think you kind of get the explanation. When you dropped the gold album, people were talking about the sales like, yo, damn, Tiger fell off. Because, again, I know you're saying there was no push, but people reported that it didn't do good sales-wise. Like, how did you take that, or did you just look at it like, yo,
Complex was the one that reported it. Complex made the story up. So. But I'm just kidding.
You know what? They made it up?
Yeah. Oh. So it was out. I put it. It was only on Spotify for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And they put like low sales, and they put this crazy story out.
Like you sold 2,000, and I was like,
yeah, it was like it wasn't even. It was actually on Spotify for like only 3 days or something like that.
So not even a full first week. I don't remember this article.
And it wasn't even for sale. Like,
yeah, I remember when that thing came out. Saying everybody was having like it was Complex, right?
Yeah, it was Complex.
Just said my bad.
Oh, yeah. No, it was okay. All right. So I mean, like, what are your projections for this new project, right?
I mean, I think first week. I think first week matters if you have a big single out. I feel like this kind of project, like you said, it's a conceptual project. It's a concept album. It's like this is more of a project for people to discover. You know what I'm saying? And we're streaming now. It's like it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, we're going tour. People gonna stream. People gonna consume it when they want.
You only did 14 songs, right? We've been seeing a lot of longer albums.
Yeah,
did you consider doing more than that? We've seen 20, 25, upwards.
I had a few other songs, but I just felt like this was. I didn't want to try to cram stuff. I just wanted to tell the story.
Well, going back to the art for a second, the cover art. You spoke about being into art, and your friend Chris has been heavily influenced with and by Ron English, the person who brought you to this point with Kyoto. I've exploring
I've always been to art. I've always been into art, and like I've always been a fan of like Americana cause.
Okay.
A lot of the real Japanese influenced art. And this artist, Hajime, he's a really well-known Japanese artist, and he does like the crazy futuristic robots, like the bear bricks. Like he does in that culture, like, you know.
I assume this was a conceptual project. I wasn't sure, but is this like, are you experimenting here a lot?
Yeah.
With the sounds?
Yeah, for sure. It's, like you said, it's unlike anything that I've ever done.
Yo, I'm so fucking basic. I thought this was some perverted bestiality shit. I couldn't even figure, because the cover art, I'm like, what the fuck? But
you got the most perverted page, man.
But you know what though? I couldn't even like.
I mean, but it's
explain to me. Break it up.
It's beauty in it. You know what I'm saying? You got the rising sun. You know, with everything going on with women in the media. It's a woman.
Face down, ass up.
That's primal beauty. You know what I'm saying? When everything's stripped down, like.
Yeah. No, for real.
I'm saying.
I'm making.
You gotta explain it, because, you know, some people don't understand.
I don't understand art like that. Real talk.
That's cool though.
So how does this play into the tracks?
Yeah, did this come Was the album already complete when you worked with him on this, so you had a good idea of what you wanted it to be? Or
I know I wanted to work with him, and we were going through images and stuff, and there was a few things that were a little more safe, but you know, I wanted to take the risk, and I felt like it just spoke to me when I seen it.
Did you ever consider, because if this is the album cover, you ever consider you being in the picture?
Because it's a woman on her own. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I just feel like with everything going on with women in the entertainment industry, with all these like allegations on people and stuff like that, I want
so no real backlash off this. The rumble. I want to respect.
You got backlash, you got trolls.
1,000 yards in a single year. He's absolutely dynamic, sensational, and they can also throw the ball to him as well.
But when people hear the album,
And he's done all that before turning 30, still 29 years old.
So this will be explained, or you'll have a better understanding of why this is when you hear the album.
you'll have a better understanding.
Okay.
All I can say is the rising sun represent life.
It's a 7-yard gain
And
there,
of
and
course,
it's
the
good enough
tiger
to move
that
the chains.
symbolizes me.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
My
Your essence in there?
essence.
Is this always your temperament, by the way? I gotta say, it's my first time meeting you, not what I expected.
In LA, it's very early in LA. I don't wake up.
Oh, you're still on LA time. So we're filming late today, right? It's what, 10, 11? But yeah, usually we're here at what, 6 a.m. So we spared you today. So it's because it's early. I'm just wondering, you're way more chill than I thought.
I'm telling you, when I watch his interviews, you'll believe me, like, if you read the stories about Tiger,
and then you meet him,
dislike him, and then you hear him talking, be like,
Yo, Tiger.
man, he can't. He's not that.
Yeah.
He's not that.
Yo, would you do more? I know you've done reality TV. You had that show with your friends on MTV. Would you do more reality TV? Or are you trying to stay away from all of that? I'm wondering how the world can see more of, but see more of this side of him instead of the headline.
Maybe that show. Maybe that show, but like I do believe. I'm telling you, man. Again, I don't know if you have any regrets about that situation you were in, but I felt it did nothing good for your career. I felt like you almost sacrificed your career for it. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have made this album.
You would have made that album.
I wouldn't have made this album
if you didn't go through that.
I needed to.
I
needed God to test me. I needed him to put me.
If he just play his damn zone, boy, he'd have a pip on him.
It felt like you went
Damn. I'm setting you up.
From the public criticism?
Spiritually. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think being through that, I learned a lot, and I was able to really sit back and just analyze like where I want to be in 5-10 years. You know what I'm saying? Because like I put my heart on a table in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? So like,
If this falls short, then what? If it doesn't reach the expectations of you personally as coming of age,
because my feelings, my decision. So this isn't for people to be like, oh, he's back, or he's this or this. Like this is actually my heart in music. You know what I mean?
Has some film behind it. Are you done showcasing or at least exposing that side of yourself to the public, where like you pretty much, as we say, you put your heart out there? Are you done with that going forward? What you mean? Like you know the situation. I ain't trying to bring it up.
I didn't really expose myself.
Come on.
I was in a regular relationship, but it was very public.
Right. You mean, are you saying as far as like,
if you got another chick, are you gonna be doing all that, or are you gonna keep it real private because you've seen what that comes with?
At the end of the day, man, like you can't let nobody dictate your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do what you feel like, and you can't hold back based on what people are gonna say. Like you got to just do what you feel. Go come and deal with it as it comes.
I don't know if this makes sense, but will you then make a more conscious narrative? So here's what I'm realizing. People say a lot of things about you. Most of them are not true. You could ignore them. Your life carries on as normal. But sometimes you can step in and choose to control the narrative a little bit more. Are you going to do that moving forward?
Yeah, but I wanted it to start with music first. Because, like,
your foundation.
Exactly. So I think once you get the foundation strong, then you can do other stuff, and people, they'll see me do a lot of other things this year as they. But I had to put this project out so people can it's a reintroduction of myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I'm not doubting you.
I don't like Tiger seems sad, yo.
No, I'm not doubting you.
Seems sad, man.
I'm upset.
You seem sad, bro.
That's a temperament. That's a temperament. Let me finish the question.
You sure you don't want that old thing back, bro?
I'm not doubting you with regards to this particular project. Here's the reason why. Certain artists, and I'm
I
gonna
can show you my phone.
I'm gonna go way back.
You be wanting to know all the songs.
You want to know everything. On the real though, because like again, the thing when you deal with a public situation like that, it's not when you're done with it, it's done. Because it continues and people are always going to tie you to shit even when you have nothing to do with it.
The question is, does this have the potential to be a classic? And the reason why I said I'm not doubting you, certain artists reach a certain point, and if I can go very, very far back, Marvin Gaye was known for a lot of love songs. And then he reached a certain milestone in his life, and he put out a project called What's Going On. Berry Gordy and everybody else didn't like it at first. And of course, we have the classic that we have now. It was interchanged with him. So, does this have the potential to do that?
Now Taylor on
Just gotta
first
trust the
down.
process.
Never. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Like you said, I love it. This is my most favorite project that I've ever done. Most personal to it. Yeah. And I've never been vulnerable in my music. You know what I'm saying? I've always felt like the lifestyle, like you said, strip club music stuff.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
That's what we want, Tiger.
Yeah, we still got that. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to affect people in a different way.
Do you know?
I know I can do it like that, but let me challenge myself. You know?
Right. So as you were talking, I was thinking, like, you have grown a lot, just even in the people who pay attention to you. Some may not necessarily be fans of music, but they pay attention to you. Do you know what your fan base wants from you in terms of music right now? Or are you just saying, as I grow, I'm going to give you what's in my heart?
Well, fans will always want whatever they feel like your most successful stuff is when they first discover you. So a lot of people first discover me with Rack City or discover me when I did a project with Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, fans will always want that. But, like, at the end of the day, I think I was watching something that Jerry Thompson was talking about. He was like, you know, if the coaches listen to the fans, then they'll be in the crowd with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not doing this to, like, please everybody. I'm doing this because this is what I feel as an artist that I need to do in order to get my art out and grow.
Again, and the transition that I'm not doubting, because you and Chris Brown have done classics. A lot of the tracks you guys have done, I appreciate, so millions of others. Did he help you with any of the vocal arrangements? Because, again, you are singing on this album. Yeah.
No. But he's heard of me songs.
I heard a track, I don't know if it's on this project, it's called Boss Up.
Boss Up, yeah.
Boss Up. And you were, that was different from what I've heard you've done in the past.
Yeah.
So that's why I assume this might be going in a different direction, more personal, and could possibly, be a milestone for you. I don't know, we'll see.
I like that past man hookah shit. But anyway, yo, Tiger. So, wait, who keep casting you as like gangster roles, man? Every time, like, there's a couple, and I want to ask you about acting, but I've seen you in a couple of films.
Barbershop, dope. Right?
Yeah, I've seen you. I'm like, yo, Tiger gangster. Yeah,
that was the first thing Pharrell told me about it, because I'm doing this movie.
You had to audition?
Huh?
You had to audition?
Yeah, so I met him at the, he was like, yo, where you at right now? And he's from the studio. So I was like, all right, I pulled up, I met the director, Rick, he did the Wood, the original Wood. And there was another role they wanted me in, and dope. I ended up doing that role. It was real quick. It was my first time ever, like, doing anything, and I liked it, you know what I'm saying? So after that, I had did Barbershop.
I'm gonna give it to you.
It was cool.
Thinking about more acting roles?
So I just did I just finished the series, the MTV Scream, season 3, and that's like probably the biggest thing I've done, because it's It's a 6 episode thing that's gonna be on Netflix, MTV, in I think March or April, and it's like hour-long episodes. So it's like me, Kiki Palmer, RJ. It's a few different people, but it's dope because it's like the original Scream, but also it takes place in Atlanta, so it's like almost like a black scary movie.
You
But
took acting classes, or you just a natural?
Nah.
Is
Just
it
got
a
it like
passion?
that.
Passion? Like, type
It's
of thing
becoming
for
a
you, or
passion.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you meant was you passionate in the role. I was
I
like,
mean,
what?
it's fun. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think after this role, people really see like the potential.
Don't let them typecast you, Tiger. You ain't only a gangsta out here. Tell them to put you as a doctor or some shit, dog. You feel me?
So you said you thought about what the 5-year plan, where you see 5-10 years where you want to be. Where is it? What are we looking
Well,
at right now?
I was just saying, just musically, like
It sounds like you did some soul searching though, so I want to know what the vision you're seeing. We're not going back. We're not doing reality TV.
Soul
No more.
searching.
What?
Did Kylie fuck you up like that, man?
So y'all crazy.
I'm sorry, it's him.
Nah, man, you just get older. You feel me? Like.
No, I'm with you. I have a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan, and they change. It's just goals. You need something to aspire to.
She got a kid now. She has a different situation. You got other situations.
I'm
Is
sorry.
any bad?
No, but I have a son. He's 5 years
trying to
old.
talk
So
about
you know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't.
No, I just want to see if there's any bad blood. If it's cool. I mean,
Okay.
people are wondering. You feel me?
Okay.
Like. Y'all were together for a while. It doesn't seem like there was any negative. I mean, other than some TMZ put out some stuff.
It was a relationship.
Yeah. Y'all cool
That was in
afterwards?
front of the world, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, she has her new life. I have my new life, and that's it. You know what I mean? There's no bad blood, no problems.
Still communicate?
Communicate here and there.
Okay, so it's cool then. All right, so I you know, people love the drama, so it seems like there's no drama. Word. You thinking about meeting her new child?
This is bro, homie. Yo, ask me another question, man.
Okay. That's all good.
No.
Fuck with Travis Scott?
It's cool.
Word. Y'all should do music. That would be dope. He sing too. Just more auto-tune. Auto-tune be just helping everybody out.
Auto-tune is like, you know what Ye
You feel
told me
guilty when
about
you use it or not?
Nah, hell no. Auto-tune, he's like, he said it's just like getting your car washed. Ye told me, he was like, it's like getting a brand new car and just getting your car washed.
What?
That's what he told me. But the thing about auto-tune, it depends. You can use it differently. Everybody uses it differently, you know what I'm saying? But it just got that sauce on it, you know what I'm saying?
Just don't become the artist that once you find it, you say fuck your real voice and you just use it all the time. Wayne went through a period where he wouldn't stop using it. And I love Wayne. I was like, Wayne.
Because, you know, it's so futuristic sounding that, like, you can hear something and be like, damn, that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of artists, they hear themselves like that. And it's just like it's like, damn, I like this person right here. You know, but for me, I like the balance. I don't like too much auto-tune on my voice personally. But then I use it. I've used auto-tune on my voice, on my rap vocals. But, you know, people don't know, though. Rack City had auto-tune on it.
So light
Deuces
use.
had auto-tune on it.
Oh.
That's the secret in the sauce, though. And I just gave that away. So now you're gonna see like a lot of people putting that on their vocals. But it just locks it in a little bit. Your vocal.
You about to go to the
Maybe
studio
we
and
get a
add
feature.
auto-tune? That's what.
I'm asking for a feature.
Yeah.
Hey, but on some serious shit, wrapping up here, like, yo, what's next for you, though? Like, I mean, you dropped this project.
Are you asking the question I asked 5 minutes ago?
Oh, yeah, no,
Okay, carry on.
We're going to sit here for
No.
50 minutes and not talk about
You're right. You're right. Take it away.
No, but like, what is next after this project right
You
here?
got the album, you got the MTV Scream thing that's about to come out. About to do tour. I'm going to Europe next week for tour. And I started a real estate company. So, 6 months.
I am trying to buy it.
We're trying to invest. If you need investors,
No, y'all gotta
let us
holler at me.
know.
I got some crazy stuff going on.
Okay, I see.
Let's do this.
But first, let's get this Kyoto out to the world.
February 16th.
That's a fact. I'm gonna check it out, yo. I'm gonna check it out. I just don't want to hear too much of that sing. I'm
You want to know something
Tiger
though?
type.
You want to know?
Feel me?
Yeah, that's cool, for sure.
It can rain on these hoes, bro.
And you can stream the old stuff so I can get paid off that. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course I will.
No, but this album really is like, I really don't care what niggas is gonna think. I don't like, people don't mosh pit at my shows. Like, my shows is like, 67% women, which is interesting. But it's still like they're
It's
still
like an R&B singer almost, right?
Nah, not so much. But these is like they still turn up though. You know what? I want to say it's half and half.
It's a loyal base.
I want to say it's half and half. You know, it's people that's coming. It's young kids that's coming to the shows. It's older couples, married couples. It's different type of people that come to the shows. You know, so.
Yeah, any of these songs on the album just Kylie? How old are you? Well, me?
Yeah, how old are you?
How old are you?
28.
I would imagine.
You want to ask him any uncomfortable questions? Because now is the time. Please. Do you have anything? Do you want me to help you make up a question?
Where you from? New York?
I'm born in Jamaica.
Jersey.
Cool.
Are you born in Jamaica?
Yeah. I'm like,
That nigga's American. He's lying.
I was born in Spanish Town Hospital.
Niggas at your fake.
So, no, I'm rooting for Tiger. I will say this. I mean, I had to ask the question, I had to ask. But I am rooting for Tiger because I feel like it's the first time there's nothing to cloud the music. Right? So the music is going to stand on its own. If he makes dope shit, which he had, like, he's never made just complete whack stuff. I didn't like that 101 record, but he's made a lot of
You
stuff.
didn't like 101?
I didn't like 101. But you know, everything else I love. You feel me? So I feel like finally the music gets to get the talk instead of the other shit because, you know what I mean, sometimes you can just get caught up in that world, and I'm wishing you the best of luck.
Congrats on the project. We're looking forward to it. Kyoto is out February 16th. Go check that out. Tyga, thank you for coming through. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Everyday Struggle.
Peace.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel.
Good shit.
Really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 47-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Sitting with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it in
Good shit.
the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 29 yards. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out, try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's Love. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They run again with Michael. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Love. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They are going for it. It's Luck. And it is incomplete.
Come on, Fangio.
They go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Ryan on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Bosher to kick it This is fielded at the goal line. Shoots by him. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Back out now comes the Indianapolis Colts offense. And for this franchise, really interesting. From 99 to 2014, they missed the playoffs twice. They really dominated, especially within their division. Now, they're kind of looking at being toward the bottom of the division in the near future.
It doesn't take long for things to change in the NFL, does it? And you're so right about it because they ran things in that division for a long time. Now, Jacksonville's in the playoffs in 2017, and looks like they're just going to keep getting better. Tennessee, playoff push, that type of a ball club, again, another team on the rise. And Houston, if they get all their injured guys back, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless, Deshaun Watson, they were winning the division themselves. So if you're in Indianapolis, you've got a lot of work to do.
From the 50, it's long.
Stay with him.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and it Colts first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Off of play action. Luck.
Oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's me.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
That's me.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, it's long. And they can limit over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Luck now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Luck finding his emerging tight end Doyle for a Colt first. On first down, it's Luck. Can't fit anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Hilton. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Especially when you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Terry now on to try the field goal for the Colts. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And here now come the Falcons. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Love. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now we give Michael running left, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The throw on 2nd down is Love. Flushed out right. To the right side to Aiken. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
And a play here for a touchdown. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Did this nigga just hold up?
Oh man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should make.
Yeah, fucking line.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Escaping the pressure right. Man open right.
Oh, you gotta get upfield. You gotta throw a better pass than that. Good shit, though.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
What the fuck is that nigga doing?
Shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Coming left, it's Freeman. Open space inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but taking this down to the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You will too.
you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out here in the eye. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he's going to press
Good shit.
Second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. It's good to make it 21-17. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to give this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come run up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Eluding the pressure right. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10, Luck again. And he comes back with one complete. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now again, it's Michael. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Good way to stand there, dog. That should have been yours. Game over. Good way to stand there.
Nice gain of 21 yards. And this seemingly endless drive is 3rd and 1. We're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to keep it on the sneak, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings him forward.
Just for the ball game.
Final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Oh my God! Oh my God! They just dicked the shit out of me. Good game, dog. Good game. They just dicked the shit out of me, Alex. Oh, that was a touchdown. Of course, this nigga going stumble. Oh, real life, that's a touchdown because he's sticking the ball over the plane, knowing the situation.
And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And not great starting field position here for the offense. This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
Good game, yo.
And that is how this one is going to come to an end.
You know he just got lucky. Oh my God. Alex, my dude, got the sweep. Caught it right here, right? These my 2 blockers. My nigga gonna run into his blocker and stumble to the ground. So now he's like this. Meanwhile, all he has to do, alright, I'm gonna put it right here. All he has to do is land right here. He's stumbling right here. This nigga, I make sure he picks up his stumble, right? He gets tackled and he puts the ball. Knowing he has to score a touchdown, he puts the ball literally right here. Like, right where my arm is. Right in front of him. I was like, are you kidding me? They just cheated the shit out of me. But I'm not tripping. Jesus. That just hurt my feelings, though.
Oh, shit.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And the decision to bring him on is going to cost him about 7 yards, are told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
In motion right is Benjamin. On second down, they'll run. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Gordon on first down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there. I don't know if that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Slot man moves right. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Got some real estate inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And again, there you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
And now get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Good shit, Melvin now.
Touchdown run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. returner. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. He's still on his feet. And he's brought down after a good game. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's why defensive coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, speaking of incomplete passes, we had a very controversial incomplete pass in Week 15 in that Steelers-Patriots game, did we not?
In the city of Pittsburgh, it wasn't incomplete.
Right, yeah. For them, it's tough. They won.
If you're a Steelers fan, that was not an incomplete pass. That was a touchdown. But by letter of the law, having to catch a football as a receiver's going to the ground, he has to survive the ground, holding on to the football firmly. But letter of the law wasn't a catch. Right. The problem is, you put 100 people in the room, that looks like a catch.
Right, so then the question going forward is, does that rule need to be changed?
Well, the competition committee tried to define it clearly 2 years ago. I think they'll be back here this spring, once again trying to clearly define what is a catch. Because right now,
good throw.
Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back Gordon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. On 3rd and short, going to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down.
Good shit.
Williams, but it's intercepted.
I should throw it away.
Top by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back
Good shit.
into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, Deion Jones and pick sixes are going together like peas and carrots. Oh boy, he had 2 of those as a rookie last year.
And I know part of the reason is his speed. He's one of the fastest linebackers that you're going to find in the NFL. But another part is he's not very tall. Sometimes he gets lost in coverage. When a quarterback's looking downfield, he just doesn't see it, and he ends up making big plays.
One of those pick sixes last year, 90-yard return against Drew Brees in his hometown of New Orleans. The Charger offense making their way back out there, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to
Come on, dog.
give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second down, Rivers.
Now I'm clicking X too damn much.
He was trying to get it to his tight end, Jeff Cumberland, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Oh my God. Can't do nothing with your ass. That's crazy.
Fourth down, they snap it to Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he is going to bring this back.
Good shit, yo. I'm gonna give it to you. My Wi-Fi fucking up. Good game. I ain't even about my whole mind.